Hello, everybody. I'm just going to talk quickly about a little pen I went out and purchased the other day. It's the Platinum Prefounte. Prefonte? Prefonte. Um, and it's a lovely little pen. I bought this in town here, Charlottetown, $15 Canadian, so that's not a bad price. And it's made by Platinum. Platinum makes pens, inexpensive pens like the Preppy, all the way up to very expensive pens. And I quite like Platinum. So the Prefonte. So I went out and purchased this mainly because I have a project that I'm wanting to do, and I'm going to use this for the project. Um, I have a bunch of ink samples that I'm going to do a video about, uh, and I just wanted a fountain pen that I could just take and to dip the pen into the ink rather than loading up the pen. I could have bought a dip pen set, but I wanted to use a fountain pen. And so I picked up the Prefonte. And I'm going to, anyway, I have all these inks that I want to take a look at on someday. And I'm going to use this. So what the Prefonte is, it's essentially an upscale version of the Platinum Preppy. Platinum Preppy is an excellent little pen. It's around $8 here in Charlottetown. It's probably you can find it, on sale different places, and for an inexpensive pen, it's extremely well made. So it's an inexpensive pen, but it's not a cheap pen, if that makes any sense. It's well made. And so the Prefonte is essentially the same pen, but has a few differences. The Preppy, you usually find it in a stationery shop. It's sitting in a jar on a counter or something like that. There's barcodes on it. There's the information written on the pen. It's made of plastic resin, and there's the barcode right there. So it's meant to just be sold loose as you can as such. The Prefonte is a little upscale, twice the cost of the Preppy, and it comes in this little display box, so it's almost like a gift box in some ways. And I'm just going to open it up. And the reason I bought the Prefonte, yeah, is that I just I didn't have one. Could have bought another Preppy. There we go. The tape. I could have bought a Preppy, but I just wanted to try it out. So essentially it's the same pen. It's just has a few little upgrades. It doesn't have the information on the body of the pen, and it doesn't have a barcode on it. It comes in a little box that you can, wrap up, stick in a stocking at Christmas time, or just as a little gift for somebody, or if you got a friend that you want to enable, it's a great way to do it. So I'm just going to take a look at each pen. It comes with a proprietary Platinum cartridge. This pen can use cartridges, converter, or it also can be eye dropped. And my Platinum Preppy here has been eye dropped, so the body of the pen is full of ink. I've done videos on how to do that. So what you get is a resin pen. There's a cartridge. Doesn't come with a converter. You can buy a converter, probably for the same cost as the pen. It's a slip cap. The great thing about the Preppy and the Prefontaine is they have a slip cap mechanism inside it that enables the pen or prevents the pen from drying out. It's been a little while since I used this. Hopefully this works. But as you can see, even though it's been a couple of months since I've picked this up, it's wet, and it just, so when you put the cap on, there's a little sleeve inside there, and there's a spring right at the end, and that sort of pushes down over the nib, and the feed keeps it from drying out. More expensive pens don't have that. There are some expensive pens that if you leave them for a couple months up to a year, they won't write. But the Preppy, it works, and the Prefonte also works. So anyway, A couple differences is there's not the information on the body of the Prefounte. It comes in various colors, and it's it's quite a nice looking little pen. Clip is a little different. It's a metal clip. The Preppy's is plastic. They are pretty much the same size. I was reading online, and I think the Preppy is just a little bit heavier. Same size cap, pretty much. Everything looks pretty much the same, and they have the same nib. The nib is fairly simple, but it actually, it's not the smoothest writer you're going to find, but it actually is a nice writer. It's not scratchy. It's quite pleasant to work to use. It's a very nice pen. So anyway, yeah, what I'm planning on doing with this is to take it and just use it as a dip pen. That's my idea. Let's see if this is going to work. So I'm just going to pull an ink out of here. I'm going to do oh, this is interesting. Wearing you, Anne of Green Gables. Okay, so my idea is I was just going to dip the pen in the ink just to see how it works, and use it as that for this little project that I want to use. And when I'm all done, I can maybe give the pen away to somebody. The platinum. Oh yeah, this is going to work for me. I could have used a dip pen, but I want it to have the fountain pen feel, so to speak. Actually, that's a nice red. I haven't tried wearing you, and Anne of Green Gables, which is kind of fitting considering I'm on Prince Edward Island, which is the home of Lucy Maud Montgomery and her creation, Anne of Green Gables. A lot of people sometimes think that Prince Edward Island is the home of Anne of Green Gables, and we get asked strange questions like, where's the grave of Anne of Green Gables? And because Ellen Montgomery did such a good job that she brought this character to life, and some people think she was a real person. And maybe in some ways she was a real person, just Ellen Montgomery. So anyway, there you have it, the Prefounte. So it's a cartridge converter eyedropper pen. I'm going to give you a few little technical details. Nib size, it comes in fine and medium. Body diameter is 12.2 millimeters. Body length is 121 millimeters. Cap length is 59.7 millimeters. Overall, when it's closed, it's 138 millimeters. When it's posted, it's 153 millimeters, and it's 10 grams in weight. So it's not a heavy pen. Feeling it, actually, the resin actually feels really nice. It doesn't feel like a cheap plastic, even though it probably is. But it has a nice feel to it. Very smooth. I don't feel any seams. If I went looking, I could probably find one. But it feels nice. And, I've had this for a little while now, my Preppy, and it's held up very well. It doesn't seem to have deteriorated. And for an inexpensive pen, it's more than you can ask. Yeah, I like it. So anyway, I'm going to use that for my project. So I'll just be dipping and then rinse the pen, and then go through all these nice inks. I'll be doing some swatching. I'll probably use a glass pen when I'm doing that. But I don't want to have to ink up a bunch of pens to try out all these inks. So I'm just going to use this as a dip, and I'll do a video on all these inks. Looking forward to doing that. It's a great hobby. This was given to me as a gift, so I'll give a shout out to the person when I do the video. But yeah, people in the fountain pen hobby world, they're generous. They give each other samples and their information, and yeah. So I have some other videos on that I'm going to be doing. Actually, I'll just give you a little peek at something. I really should do a video on all this weird paraphernalia that I have going up here. Empty ink bottles and old bottles of ink and different things like that. Part of the hobby. People have gifted me those, and it might be kind of fun to take a look at those someday. So anyway, I hope you like this quick little video. It's a beautiful October day here in Prince Edward Island, and I hope it's okay where you are. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.